I have been on staff with Walnut Creek Church in Des Moines since 2005. And upon coming on staff, or even a little bit before, I was working primarily with college women. And in working with college women, you get really involved in their lives. You get to know a lot of what's going on beneath the surface, and hearing about how their faith is impacting them, or the things that they're struggling with, and trying to work through how does the Bible apply to this? What do we do with this? And more women were coming to me with struggles with pornography, with masturbation. And I honestly, before then, really had no idea that this was a thing, or that women really struggled with it. I'm thankful that I was somewhat sheltered growing up and didn't have any experience with this in my own life. And so I remember thinking, I have no idea. I'm sure the Bible applies to this. We can pray through this. We can look at what the Bible says, but I had no idea on how to help these women and just really walk through it with them in a comprehensive way. And so just began to look for places to turn to just provide support and resources. And there weren't really any.
Right.
There were very few. I remember there was one book that was being recommended at the time, and it had one chapter that was maybe 3 pages long on sexual addiction or sexual struggle even. And it was a book written mostly, it really wasn't super applicable at the time. And so I remember thinking, this is sad. I have no idea what to do for these women. And fast forward probably around 2014, so I'd been on staff for a long time and trying to figure out just how to walk through this with these women, how to be helpful, how to be a resource, how to help them be courageous and really seek the Lord in it. And just really realized that a lot of these women just needed some more help in kind of even other areas of their life. This was affecting so many other areas in counseling. So I went and got my master's in counseling over the course of a couple years. And during this time, Josh McDowell began to release, started a conference called the Set Free Summit, where 900 ministry leaders gathered together for 4 or 5 days. And you were just inundated with information on porn and what was going on and ways to help and different curriculum and different advice. A lot of it, it was the first time I heard women speak on the issue from a stage and them even address this for women. Our pastors had asked me to go, and so I went with them, learned a lot, had talked with Dina over the years and came back from that and was like, Dina, we got to do something. I remember one of our pastors saying during the conference, if we don't do something, it would be irresponsible. And so we came back and we started forming curriculum for our church and for women in our church who were silently struggling and not so silently struggling. And what came out of it was what we call our Set Free Ministry. And it's a 13-week curriculum, if you want to call it, to really designed to help women break free from sexual sin and addiction.